Yo, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another video, here to give you a heads up on a free Steam title that is available right now. We've got the platformer Brother Save Him, the hardcore platformer. I know you guys been waiting on this one. Look, just take the free game, don't shoot the messenger, you guys know the deal. I'll also be taking you guys through some Steam game deals that are live right now. You know, we're gonna go from free games to games for $35, so I know you guys are all about that, spending north of $30 on video games. No, but seriously, some good deals on Steam, like I said. Alright, first of all, we have Brother Save Him, the hardcore platformer. The legendary game is now on Steam. Can you prove that you're a good player? Go through difficult path and save your brother. The challenge is not for wimps. The game notes interesting, addictive, and fun gameplay. More than 20 levels, formidable bosses, the ideal control of the player, many traps and enemies, beautiful pixel graphics, gamepad support, great music, and Steam achievements. Typically $2.99. It is available for free right now, so you can go ahead and check that out directly on Steam until February the 24th. Once you add it to your library, it is then yours to own forever. But moving on from that, let's just get to the deals of games that, you know, I do want to talk about. Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater is still available at its historic low price point, 50% off for $34.99. You can get the bundles, and that's what you should get, because you can get one of the classic Metal Gear games alongside Delta Snake Eater. So you can get the Master Collection version of Metal Gear Solid 1 and Delta Snake Eater for $34.28. I don't know why they're doing the deals like this, but like, who cares? This is a great deal. You get MGS1, the original, and Delta Snake Eater for $34.28. Delta Snake Eater is a ground-up remake of Metal Gear Solid 3, one of the greatest video games of all time, one of my favorite games of all time. I literally put it in the caliber of Witcher 3, Red Dead 2, Resident Evil 4. Metal Gear 3 is that good. And the remake stays true to the original while also adding some quality of life improvements, but at the same time, it is very much Metal Gear Solid 3. And some elements of that, if you're like totally new to Metal Gear, it might infuriate you a little bit, but man, I love this game. Snake Eater, the song, obviously one of the goated tracks in video game history. The visuals are quite good, albeit it is a UE5 title, so prepare for some crashes, at least in my experience. I had a lot of crashes in this game, which was unfortunate. Literally, I kid you not, this game's final cutscene for me crashed, and talk about like a complete mood killer. You like just finished the game, you're wrapping up the story cutscene, alert, UE5 error, shutting down the desktop or whatever the error code is. But yeah, that was a total vibe killer for me. But nonetheless, $35 on that. Definitely a great pickup, and again, one of the greatest video games of all time, in my opinion. Next up, a game that, you know, honestly, if you want to call this one of the greatest video games of all time, I don't think it's that big of a stretch. Cyberpunk 2077 at its level right now, I think is a pretty damn great game, and you can get the Ultimate Edition 48% off for $42.76. The base game is $26.99, and shout out to Phantom Liberty, it is 35% off for $19.49, so Phantom Liberty is getting cheaper. I mean, I love this game, but I was never even as critical on this game as a lot of people were at launch. Did I think it was disappointing? Yes, but did I still think it was a good open-world RPG at launch? I did. Obviously, it's been refined post-Cyberpunk 2.0 and post-Phantom Liberty. The game is just absolutely tremendous. It still has some issues. The pacing in the game I don't think is great. From a narrative standpoint, I think how they rush to the conclusion isn't ideal, but Phantom Liberty, man, it adds such another layer to the story, and I think is so well done. And the base game is great. Like, Cyberpunk is a fantastic game, and I've said it before, I think the ceiling for how great this universe can be, this Cyberpunk world, is higher than The Witcher. And you guys know, I'm like the residential Witcher glazer over here, but yeah, I think Cyberpunk has a higher ceiling. Not to say that Cyberpunk is better than The Witcher, but I think if it's realized to its full potential, Cyberpunk, to me, can craft an incredibly compelling world that can even outpace The Witcher. That's my 2 cents on that. But yeah, the game is great. Definitely check that out. Hades 2, 20% off for $23.99. Not really my cup of tea as far as games are these days, an action roguelike like this, but incredibly well received. 60,000 Steam user reviews, overwhelmingly positive at 96% positive. Hades 1 really took Supergiant Games to the next level, and Hades 2 has a 94 on Metacritic. It's obviously going to hold up in price for quite a while, but it just came out of early access last September. So it's not like this is relatively old or anything like that, but still a little discount there, and it is a historic low. Check that out. Then we do have No Man's Sky, 60% off for $23.99. We just had the release of the No Man's Sky Remnant update, which is another significant free update from Hello Games, and the reality is, with No Man's Sky, they've dropped a lot of big updates for this game. This game is far better than what it was a decade ago, back in August of 2016. However, if you don't foundationally like that idea of the exploration crafting title in space, this isn't gonna win you over now. If that fundamentally and foundationally was something you were interested in, you're gonna have a good time with it. I go back to No Man's Sky every now and again, even though I'm not a big fan of this genre, just because it's rather incredible the turnaround that Hello Games has made. I often say, No Man's Sky is the #2 biggest turnaround in video game history. I would put Final Fantasy XIV at #1, and I just think that's kind of, like, you can't debate that. Final Fantasy XIV, I think, based on where it was to where it is now, I think is undoubtedly the #1 video game turnaround of all time. No Man's Sky is #2, and I would put Cyberpunk at #3, so that's kind of my hierarchy. I'm sure there's a couple of other games out there, but I think Final Fantasy XIV is without a doubt #1. But No Man's Sky is also one of those games that if you buy it, you know it's going to pay dividends on the basis that it's going to get free content update after free content update. I don't know if they're ever going to actually monetize any of the content update. You know, I don't know how they're really making money, probably just passively selling copies of No Man's Sky continually, and hey, once you build that level of goodwill, it does go a long way, and I've said that over and over again, that goodwill is this unquantifiable metric that if you establish enough of it, man, it is going to pay dividends, and I feel like No Man's Sky has done that a lot, especially given where the game was at a decade ago. Next up, we do have High on Life, 75% off for $9.99. I do know High on Life 2 just dropped a week ago, and it has a mixed reception on Steam, to be fair, but nonetheless, High on Life 1 is down to $9.99. Now, I know some of you guys pointed it out in the comments section. This game had a pricing error, and some people were bandits and ended up picking up High on Life and the High on Knife DLC for like $6 and change. Unfortunately, they adjusted that. I was gonna do a video on it because I didn't think it was an error, but it in fact was an error, so that's a little bit of a bummer, but $9.99 for High on Life is still a pretty good deal. Again, the comedy didn't really click with me in this game, but I know for a lot of people they really did enjoy it, so take that for what you will, and it's a fairly short game, which, like I've said before, these days, we can go for some of those every now and again when we're playing a lot of lengthier RPGs. Lastly, Palworld is 25% off for $22.49. It's Palworld. It's going to come out of early access this year and probably going to go up to $40, $50, so still picking it up now ahead of the next major update, and it coming out of early access would be very advantageous. It's a game with a lot of content as it is, but after that final update, I imagine it's going to expand even more, but the price point's also going to go up, so now would be a good time to pick it up. But that is going to do it for me. Again, you got a free game in Brother Save Him Hardcore Platformer, and a lot of great deals available on Steam right now as well. That's going to do it for me. Let me know all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. As always, guys, thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush here again. Hope you enjoyed the video. As you guys might know, YouTube's notification system is sometimes a little bit wonky, even if you're subscribed to the channel. Maybe you're not abundantly aware that I uploaded a video. To remedy that situation, make sure you hit the bell notification button. This way, whenever I upload a new video, and I try to upload as consistently as possible, you will be notified directly of the upload, and you can watch it as soon as it goes live. I would really appreciate if you guys hit that button so you can stay up to date with all of the content I'm posting. But as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.